Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Test your might. Test your might. Test your might.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another Toy versus Toy, and today we're taking a look at The Thing. Yes, The Thing, Fantastic Four's baby blue-eyed Ben Grimm. I really like the character. He's always a great supporting character in the Marvel Universe. And I've got this Marvel Select figure, which I really do like because it's very comic booky to me. And it's nice and heavy, and it's a brick, and it just looks awesome. And then I found this Roto Sculpt, I think is what it's called, thing from the Rise of the Silver Surfer. And I got a lot of crazy birds in the background, so excuse the noise. It's very nice out today. And I wanted to kind of compare these two to see which one is actually the better figure. So let's go ahead and see the matchup. So here we have Ben Grimm versus Ben Grimm. The Thing versus The Thing. Hey, there's a couple things here. Oh, so we obviously have a comic book incarnation and the movieverse incarnation, not counting that piece of crap 2015 film. That didn't exist. I hate that thing so much. Not that thing, but the other thing. Oh, and, I think they're both really cool figures in their own right. Definitely both large figures. The Roto Sculpt one, a little bit bigger, obviously, but definitely cool. So let's go ahead and put them head to head and see which one comes out on top.
Round one. Fight.
So first up, let's take a look at paint. So taking a look at the paint apps on this figure, I love it. I love the orange of the rock. It's got all the paint detail in the rock. It's got a nice black wash over it. I think they did the face really well. He's got the black belt around there. The boots, very glossy and shiny. I like that. And we get all kinds of nice paint apps in the pants. Lots of shadowing effect, some black wash. It's got a nice blue. It's a very vibrant comic book blue, and I do appreciate that. Just all round, they did a very, very good job. And he's got his blue eyes, which is amazeballs. So definitely a great paint job. So taking a look at the paint job of the Movieverse figure here, I think they did a good job with it. He's got his blue eyes. I like the orange. It's multicolored orange throughout, which is nice. It's got a lot of paint app and detail. On the rock, there's a lot of paint wash and a lot of dry brush. I think that's really nice. I like the blue. It's got a nice Movieverse blue. It's rich. The black works really well. I like the spandex look. I think they painted that pretty good. It's got kind of a charcoal black up around the belt and on the legs. They painted the number 4 on the boots. That looks really nice. And he's got that really nice painted number 4 on the belt. Which the Select does not have. I mean, for what this is, they did a really good job with the paintwork. And the winner is, well, it's a draw. I think both of these things have fantastic paint. Lots of nice detail and wash everywhere. So, I mean, it's a draw.
Round two. Fight.
Next up, we're going to take a look at the sculpt. So taking a look at the sculpt on this figure, I think it is very comic book accurate. I love all the rocket detail. His face looks good. I love the eyes, the kind of growl he's got on his face. His head is very tiny, which is very artistic, and I've seen that done in the comics, so that's not a big deal for me. In fact, I like it. All the sculpted detail on the rock, very nice, very cool, and it's all over the place. And they've even got it in the hinges, which is very, very cool. So they've done a great job at just making him look like rock. And this thing is heavy. He's probably the heaviest figure that I've got in my collection. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I love the detail. The belt that's on there is very nice. I love all the rock cracks and creases. His hands are great. great, big, and bulky for clobbering. We get a lot of really nice wrinkles in the pants back there. I like how they did not, lose that effect on the backside of the figure, so that is really, really good. And we get all the sculpted work and the wrinkles on the front as well. I mean, they just did a great job. His big, meaty hooks with his closed fists. I mean, it just looks really good. Lots of nice muscle work in the pants. That didn't sound right at all. And finally, taking a look at the feet of the figure, I like the sculpt of the boots. They're very glossy. I like that. Kind of like a nice heavy leather boot. They look like you could really stomp the living crap out of people. And it's got the nice wrinkles and textures on it, that give it look like a shoe kind of look. Very cool, very nice, and I mean, they just nailed it as far as the shoe look. So taking a look at the sculpt on the Movieverse figure, I mean, they did a great job. I love all the detail in the rock face. He's got these little blue eyes and the scowl. It looks like the actor. I think they did a good job with that. They did a great job with all the muscle tone under the rock. All the little divots and just cracks everywhere, all throughout the body. They did not skimp anywhere on it, and none of the joints hide any kind of problems, which I really do like. It works really, really well with this type of figure. I mean, overall, I can't complain about this sculpt work. I think they did a good job to capture that movie essence of the figure. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, I love all the detail on the rocks and the fingers. I like how it's got the sculpted number 4 on the belt. That is very, very cool. They did a great job in making him look, as human as possible out of skin of rock. But all the little details and crevices around the body, the hands, even on the back there, the belt looks nice. And then the seams on the pants. On both the black and the blue sections, and how it kind of looks patched on. I mean, it looks like some kind of spandex suit, and that really does look nice. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, they've done a nice job with the detail here. They look like shoes. They look like they did in the movie. I like the number 4 sculpted into the side of the boot. I think that's really, really nice. All the wrinkles and detail of the boots. It's kind of bothersome that the left leg is kind of up in that walking pose, but it works once you get it set into the right place. You really don't have much of a problem, and it does kind of give it an action pose, I suppose. And the winner is another tie. I really can't fault either one of these on the sculpt. I think they're both excellent. I think this one looks very much like the actor that portrayed him on the screen. I think that is very cool, and this just looks dead up like something we get in the comics.
Round 3. Fight.
So the next round, it's Articulation, and these are some interesting figures as far as articulation goes. We'll take a look at the Marvel Select first. So this figure can look left and right. He can look down that far. He does not look up at all, which is a bit of a shame. He has a twist at the waist. Nothing on the upper body. The arms do go up that far at the shoulder. They do twist. There is a very stiff single joint on the elbow. The hands do twist, but there are no hinges. And then his legs do move more side to side than up and down. At the hips, he has a single jointed knee, and then he's got joints at the feet, but there is no ankle pivot or anything to that nature. Now, the 12-inch or roto thing here, his articulation. Now, he boasts 17 points of articulation on the box. He can look down that far. He can look that far up. He can twist his head all around, which is nice. He has a ab crunch, or not really, I guess a diaphragm up here that does rotate back and forth. He's got a hinge, not a hinge, but a swing up here at the upper arm. There's no hinge out. He does have upper arm rotation, nothing at the elbow. The wrists do twist, and then there are hinges on the wrists, which is nice. He also has a twist at the waist, which is very cool. There is a swing out up here at the top of the leg. He also has upper leg rotation, but nothing below the knee, which is unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. It works for the type of figure that it is. If I can get him to stand back up here. This foot is really funky. I will give it that. But overall, it's not bad of a figure. As I try to get him to stand here. Are you going to stand, buddy? Going to stand? There we go. But yeah, overall, I do like it. And I got to say that the winner for Articulation has got to go to the 12-inch Movieverse thing. I mean, it just has more articulation points by default, even though that this foot is kind of a pain because it's angled there and you got to get it in the right spot. I mean, it is more articulated than the Select figure.
Round 4. Fight.
Our next category is playability, and that's kind of a broad term for me because it could be the gimmicks that the toy has, accessories that it comes with, or just how well it works as a toy for me. And, you know, looking at the two, I think this one definitely is a great toy for kids because it's a nice, not really hard plastic, but more hollow because it's a Rotosculpt figure. And this one I think is a little bit better for the collector because, well, this thing is a brick. It's solid, but the thing I like about this thing, is that it does scale way better with the Marvel Legends figures. And my parrot agrees. Listen to him. And just to kind of show you what I'm talking about there, there is Sue Storm. Now, he's about twice the height of Sue, which, I mean, that works for me. I think, like, Thing and Hulk and Juggernaut, those bigger characters, we see them on larger scales, so that is an acceptable height difference to me, and I love the sculpt on this thing. And I think it works way better than it would with the Rotosculpt version, because, I mean, it's literally just, I mean, she comes up to his waistband. So definitely interesting to see them there. So as far as playability, well, the other thing on it, this guy actually comes with a base and a background. This one came with nothing. I mean, it comes in the box by itself. So, well, playability has got to go to the Marvel Select thing.
Final round. Finish him.
Now, the final category is cost. So, both of these figures have been out for a while. This since, I think, somewhere around 2007, 2006, something like that. And I don't know when that one came out, to be honest. If you know, leave a comment below. But they've been out and about for a while. Now, this guy I paid $25 on Amazon. And this guy I paid, like, I think $5 at a flea market. So I'm not going to use those prices as a comparison tool. If you were to go online and buy them now, I'm going to base it off Amazon and eBay, really. Amazon, eBay, because they're about the same price either way. New in box, this figure is going for anywhere from $25 to $40, about $38. So I'm going to say $25 to $40, which is not bad for a Marvel Select, especially an out-of-print one or an older one. This figure right here, if you get it off of eBay or on Amazon in box, it's going for $48, so about $50 new for this figure, and I have not seen it loose, so you know, if you can get it loose and you can get it cheap, definitely pick it up. But as far as going rate at the time of this recording, this figure is definitely at least $10 cheaper. So that means the winner has got to go to the Marvel Select thing.
Hey guys, welcome to Toy vs. Toy. Now let's have a great clean fight, okay?
It's clobbering time.
He wins.
And the winner goes to the Marvel Select Thing. I just love this figure. Like I said, it's big, it's heavy, it looks comic booky. It's my favorite Thing action figure that's out there. I think it goes great with the Marvel Legends scale because I like the certain bigger characters to be monstrous, and I think some of the Select figures really hold that role. The Thing, I think Colossus, the Incredible Hulk, really fill that niche for me, so I'm very, very happy to have this in my collection, and this will probably be my mainstay thing. So there he is, the winner of this week's Toy vs. Toy, the Marvel Select Thing.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.